Yeah, we'll hear the tones from Greg Shipley from the Maryland State Police. Hello, Greg.
Hi, Jamie. Nice to talk to you.
Hey, what are the roads like? Well, we know that. But...
You know that, and I think Christian just showed you some great examples of what some of the hazards are in the metro areas. As you get out to more rural areas, they're even worse. Our troopers are out in four-wheel drive vehicles, many of them teamed up with National Guard personnel, but they are all reporting from across the state. Conditions are hazardous. This is serious. As Governor Hogan said at the beginning of all this, you need to use common sense. And if you're considering going out, you're not using common sense. We want to stress this. If you're out there, you are very likely to get stuck. You can't see at this point. Temperatures are dropping. The wind is still blowing, so there are dangerous wind chills. If you get out and abandon your car and start walking, you're risking your very physical health. So just very serious situations. There's no reason to be out there. Stay inside and let the road crews do their job after this storm gets through, because there's more snow falling.
Greg, any rescues? State Police doing any rescues, or have they had to come to anyone's aid?
You know, our troopers in the last 24 hours since the storm began have responded to more than 1,000 calls for service. That's more than 170 accidents, and they have assisted more than 600 motorists who've been disabled or stranded across the state. So, you know, they certainly are doing that. But again, you know, when you put yourself out there, you're putting yourself out as a potential victim and as a potential challenge for rescue personnel who are out there. And so we just don't need any more of that. We continue to have challenges, especially right now in the Frederick and Washington County areas, with some tractor trailers getting stuck. Tow service operators, you know, you can't just call a tow truck in situations like this, because they have to maneuver through the same situation. So even a big rig tow truck is going to have significant challenges. So it's just a difficult time, and we don't need any vehicles on the highways.
Nice to look at these shots, though, and see so many roads deserted, though. It seems like a lot of folks, at least, are listening to abiding by the governor's request to stay off the roads.
Absolutely, and we definitely appreciate that, and our troopers do, and everyone out there, the state highway crews do. They're just going to be able to do a better job if we all continue to stay inside.
Hey, Greg, while you're here, I got to talk to you about the polar bear plunge for next weekend. We're 1 weekend away. Are we going to pull this off?
We are, and you know, thanks for mentioning that, Jamie. I know you've been a longtime supporter of the State Police Polar Bear Plunge for Special Olympics. This is our 20th year. We've seen a lot of challenges over the years, but the folks at Special Olympics are monitoring this. They're on board. We already have some of the tents up. They've had to readjust those because of the high winds and take some sides off to get through this weekend. But we'll be assessing all that, and there'll be information coming out as early as Monday from Special Olympics about what the arrangements will be for the plunge. But right now, we hope to move ahead, and we have folks ready to get in there and get the park in shape to have the plunge. But we have a lot of people signed up, and hey, if you can't plunge, you can't come, you can certainly sponsor someone who is.
Definitely a good thing that it was next weekend and not this weekend, Greg.
Yes, ma'am. We would have had to cancel it this weekend, but we're hoping for good things next weekend.
How many of those polar bears, the blow-up dolls, do you have around? I've seen 2 of them.
Yeah, we just kind of have 2, Jamie, and right now they're not. They're kind of deflated this weekend. The winds were a little high. We didn't want that one on 97 at St. John's property to take off and straddle someone's car going down 97.
Doggone Tom Brady around again, deflating our polar bears now.
Tom Brady. Got to bring him. Got to bring him up.
All right, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All
for
right,
keeping
thanks
us
a lot,
safe.
Greg.
See you, Cal.